Hey, you want to know where your superintelligence comes from and how to unlock it? It's going to require you to learn a cool little thing, is that okay? Let me introduce you to the smartest dumb little thing on the planet. It's called a slime mold. Don't worry, this will circle back to your brain before we're done. So this slime mold thing actually shouldn't exist because it's actually made up of a bunch of single-celled amoeba that are supposed to be fighting for their own survival individually. Except these amoeba don't always act like single-celled creatures and they are super intelligent. Possibly even more intelligent than humans. Because these guys, they come together in a larger organism, taking on different roles within that organism. They form internal organs, they start to have collective memory, and about 1% of them take on a role of the immune system. They travel around the organism, swallowing up pathogens, and then dropping out of the bottom of the slime mold, ending their own existence, but taking the pathogen with them. And make no mistake, this is altruistic self-sacrifice at a cellular level. A single-celled organism. Little tangent, so the scientists who say consciousness is not a substratum of physics, when in this case consciousness is being displayed at the level just above organic molecules? Yeah, you guys are fucking idiots. Okay, so does cellular self-sacrifice prove superintelligence? No, but here's what does. A researcher in Japan tested the intelligence of these single-celled amoeba by laying out a map of oatmeal, which is the slime mold's favorite food, in perfect proportions to the population centers of Japan's cities. And then they let the slime mold loose on the oatmeal. Now when slime molds find food, they will build a tube system to ferry nutrients around to the other portions of the slime mold. And here's the really crazy part. When the slime molds built their tube system to ferry around the nutrients to the other parts of the slime mold, between the piles of oatmeal population, their little tube system almost completely matched the rail system in Japan that was designed to move people around the country. Except that I have to say almost matched because the tube system that the slime mold came up with to move its nutrients around the population centers was better than what the engineers and all their fancy computers had come up with to move people around Japan. And so the slime mold outperformed all of the best engineers using the best computers to design a transport system. So it appears that these single-celled amoeba are smarter than all the engineers in their computer systems designing rail systems in Japan. So how are these single-celled organisms so smart, and how does this track back to you uncovering your superintelligence? Well, what I think is the best theory that's supported by science is that the slime molds are actually closer to where intelligence resides. See, your superintelligence resides at the cellular level, where your cells themselves are tied into infinite intelligence. Slime molds are made up of these things called microtubules, which have been proven to interact with quantum field vibration, just like your neurons are in your brain. So you think you're smart because of the complexity of this thing up here, but the reality is this thing just adds noise between the superintelligence you have access to and the ultimate output of whatever your brain gives you as an answer. Your real superintelligence is at the cellular level. Think about it. Can you make a human being? But one egg and one sperm can come together and create a whole new human being that's able to grow up and f up what could have been a perfectly operating rail system had they just left it to a single-celled amoeba. So your superintelligence is tied to your consciousness, and your consciousness exists below the Planck length, way down below the atoms. And the more layers of subconscious that you add between your superintelligence and the ideas that come out up here are simply noise that taints your thinking and your ability to access your true power. So you need to quiet all the noise and get a direct line of communication down to your cellular consciousness. And we're going to do a top 20 list on how to do that. So do all the button things, because frankly, you are a hell of a lot smarter than you think you are. You just got to figure out how to unlock it, and we're going to get you there. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.